green. No way, not this cowboy.
Yeah. Coming.
The reason I didn't call you when I came back in town is because I'm afraid.
Yeah, me too. Now what? What happens next? Maybe that's what gets me so spooked. My life was just going along fine. No surprises. Everything's hunky-dory. Everything's great. Now, I can't sleep at night, and I'm tossing and turning, dreaming about you.
Dream about me?
Yeah, well, don't make it some big Mount Everest.
You brought it up.
All the time I'm thinking about you, day and night, waking and sleeping.
So you're mad because you're attracted to me?
Hi, middle of something?
Hey, how come you're not at the station?
Is she here?
And you had to come into my life messing it all up.
Trevor, I wanted to get closer to Amanda. I didn't think you would be part of the package.
What? She's my kid.
And she's my kid, too. If you think that I thought for one moment, even in my most delusional times, that you and I would ever be romantically involved, you're the one who's lost in space. If you want to kick somebody, kick yourself. It's not my fault.
I didn't say it was your fault. All I'm saying is that it's some twisted, weird, cosmic joke.
Maybe you should take responsibility for your feelings.
Boy, you are one lucky dame, I'm telling you.
Oh, really? How do you figure that?
300 years ago, you would have been burned at the stake like a witch for wheedling your way into my life the way you did.
Trevor, if I could cast a spell on you, you'd be in trouble.
Set me up.
What? How?
I don't know. How the hell am I supposed to know? First it was Nat, you flew her in the well, and then you bashed Will Cortland's head in, and you went at Laurel 3 ways to Sunday. There was a little adventure with Dr. Kinder's corpse last summer.
He wasn't dead.
And no thanks to you, you did everything you could. What do you got lined up for me, huh? Only your furry little mind knows for sure.
Oh, you know what? You were impossible. I don't know how Natalie put up with you. You're mean-spirited and you got terrible taste in ties.
Don't tangle with the ties there, Toots.
And you once threw me in a meat locker like day-old ground chuck. You forgotten about that? You're crazy. You're as crazy as I am. You're nuts.
Don't you call me nuts.
Michelle.
I'm not nuts.
Say you were. You know,
not nuts.
Aragon of mental health.
What is wrong with you guys? What's going on here?
Do you know what's best about getting
Everything's cool, Tim.
I could hear you all the way outside.
We were talking.
Well, did Amanda hear you talking?
No. Carrie's mom dropped her off at Holidays.
Holidays? I'm supposed to meet her there.
She's there by herself?
Didn't she mention it to you?
She said something about it, but...
I'll call over there.
No. I'm on my way there now. I'll be...
You remember that everything that happens with Amanda gets cleared through me, not through Amanda.
Yes, but... Look, I'll call you as soon as I see her, okay?
So, she set up a visit with Amanda and never told you?
No, Amanda mentioned something about it this morning.
I'm telling you, Janet probably put it in Mandeville's head that it's all right to make visits whenever she wants. If you ask me, Janet's not as cool as she wants us to think she is.
Janet's running late. I could make you a nice cream sundae.
I'm gonna have a soda instead, but I can wait, because no one makes a black eye like Mommy does.
Okay, well, we just got these fabulous new coloring placemats for the younger set with crayons. You want to check them out, see if they're cool enough for holidays?
Can I?
Yeah.
So then, the dentist noticed this, like, yellow, watery fluid. Obviously the result of it.
Dad, you've gone way above the call of duty on this one.
I got a bend for Amanda's sake.
You can't let Janet take over.
She is Amanda's mother.
Well, she's lucky you let her through the door.
She's done a lot to change.
From what? Throw Mom in a well? Dad, remember she killed Dixie's brother? I can't trust her.
I hear you, Tim.
I can put up with her for Amanda's sake. But I mean, I don't like her. I can't get past all the rotten things she's done.
But you don't mind her hanging around? I mean...
Sometimes it's all right, and then other times it just gets to me. Like today when you guys were rumbling in here.
That wasn't just her fault.
Well, she must have done something to get you mad. What was it this time?
Hi, sweetheart.
I colored the placemat for you.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Oh, where were you?
I was talking to your daddy.
Can you make her black cows now, Mommy?
Sure. Let me call your daddy first and make sure it's okay. I'll be right back.
So, how did it go with Trevor?
I'm surprised we didn't shatter the glass all the way out here.
Oh, that bad, huh?
Last thing Trevor wants is to be involved with Janet from another planet.
All right, you have a deal. You get the exclusive.
Okay, so I'll back off until I hear from you.
Hey, I almost forgot to ask you, how'd the ultrasound go?
Oh, it went really good.
Check it out.
I'll see her when she gets home. Bye. Amanda's with Janet at holidays.
Haley's there?
Yeah.
Janet's mood was so messed up today.
Yeah, Tim.
Well, at least she's not hanging around here, right?
What?
Just because Amanda wants to spend time with her doesn't mean we have to put up with her, right?
I wrote my diary while you were gone.
You did.
I wrote how much I missed you.
I missed you too, sweetheart.
I was afraid you wouldn't come home.
Why would you think that? I would never leave you.
Even if Daddy got real mad?
Even then.
Because he missed you even more than I did. And when you didn't call him, that bulging vein popped out of his neck. He was dying to hear your voice. He was so lonely. Miss Hansack, can I go see him, please, Mommy?
Sure. We'll come right back, okay?
Seems like Trevor has more feelings for you than you think.
No. That's just Amanda playing drama queen.
Oh, Amanda, nothing. Trevor has a truckload of feelings for you. He just doesn't know what to do with them.
Oh, that's my favorite girl.
I thought I was your favorite girl.
Nope, sorry.
Mateo.
So did Haley make that soda for you?
Nope, Mommy did.
Really? I tell you what, why don't you go over there and finish it, and I'll be over there to get the recipe. Okay?
How'd it go?
He wouldn't.
You let me know if something pops up. Bye, Amanda.
Bye.
Hey there, boss.
I'm good. Look.
Yeah. Great shot.
Well, well, if this is a party, I could certainly use an invitation.
Yeah. Get a straw and park it.
Thanks. How you doing, Ed?
I'm stuck.
Well, why don't you go wash your hands, sweetheart, and I'll take you home.
Okay.
Did you see Erica?
Yeah, I sure did. And I had the rather unpleasant task of forwarding a letter to her from Travis that says she can't see Bianca until she turns 18.
What? Can he do that?
You bet he can. He's got sole custody. When it comes to Bianca, Erica's got absolutely no legal rights whatsoever. Which, of course, she blames me for.
Well, that's not your fault.
According to Erica, it is. See, I wouldn't lie for her during the custody hearing when I was on the witness stand, so...
Oh, she's forgiven you for that. She loves you. You're the only man who hasn't...
Hasn't what? Hasn't what? Hasn't let her down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure she knows that. Janet, you should have seen her face. I mean, I know she loves me. But I don't think she loves me enough to ever forgive me.
Man versus machine.
Oh, yeah.
And this sucker has finally met his match.
Yeah, well, this soul quad ain't exactly cooked al dente.
You too, huh?
All I've been doing is practicing law and carpooling kids.
Hey, well, Trev, how long do you have to practice law before you finally get good at it, huh?
Oh, about as long as it takes for an ex-wine merchant turned gab show host to get decent ratings.
Hardy har.
Hey, about you and Gloria, I'm sorry it didn't work out.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know, I'm doing okay, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do, you know? Curl up in the ball and die?
Hey, no way.
Start planning my life away?
Forget about it. You know?
Bright side? Finally get some time for me now.
Taking care of numero uno, huh?
Getting some sleep.
8 hours a night?
Eating right.
Yeah, those candlelight dinners sure can't pack it on.
Can't tell me about it. Here, working out because I want to.
Yep, getting in shape for me, not for some babe.
Who are we kidding? Numero uno.
What is with all of these mega-calorie goodies, anyhow?
Well, I've always wanted to try my hand at desserts.
Really? I never thought you were a closet Julia child.
Actually, I figured since I had this industrial kitchen at my disposal, I'd just get in there and test some recipes.
Janet, my sweet tooth tells me that this is not about dessert. It's about Trevor, isn't it? It's about you eating your heart out.
How's it going, Hen?
Well, I'm just sifting through the stuff for answers.
There was zip coverage on the late news.
You see the paper? Just a little blurb on the back page.
An investigation into the cause of crash is still ongoing.
This is useless. I'm just going around in circles.
I did some digging into who runs the show at Coreview.
Ah, Trans Global's parent company.
So far, there is no ID on Mama or Papa. You'd think Coreview runs itself.
They're right, a dummy corporation from the one pulling the strings.
Maybe a Howard Hughes type gets off on all the hush-hush.
Well, there's only one way to find out. I'm gonna pay Coreview a visit.
Bad idea. One thing my father taught me is know your enemies. And we don't know who, we don't know what we're up against.
I'll be careful.
Famous last words.
No, you know what my famous last words are gonna be? I love you.
Save them for when we're old and gray. Listen, instead of traipsing through another potential minefield, why don't you call Brooke in D.C., find out what she learned from the transportation board?
Called her about a dozen times.
She didn't call you back?
Nope.
That's not like Brooke.
Well, since the crash, she hasn't exactly been herself.
Well, as a former queen of denial, I can only say I understand where she's coming from, you know, and instead of facing reality, you know, it's too painful, so you turn to work or booze or whatever your drug of choice is to numb the jagged edges.
You think that's what's going on with Brooke?
Well, she says she wants to write this piece to prevent future tragedies, but unless she gives herself time to grieve and to forgive herself for surviving, Brooke is an accident waiting to happen.
Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with me.
It's the least I could do. Have I answered all your questions?
Oh, you've been very forthcoming. Has the rescue team salvaged any of the engine parts?
Last week's hurricane set us back. The storm churned up the seacoast pretty good. Wreckage drifted past the perimeter of the original recovery grid.
So in other words, the investigation is still in a holding pattern.
Analysis of what's been recovered so far hasn't shed any light on the cause of the crash.
Barring sabotage, you mean?
At this point, there's no reason to suspect foul play.
Well, I hope you'll keep me current on any progress that you make.
Absolutely. But until we have some solid evidence, I'm afraid there's not much I can offer in the way of answers.
How about a theory? Off the record?
I can't even hazard a guess.
You can't or you won't?
It would be irresponsible of me to draw any conclusions based on what little we know.
Well, it's been a month, you know, since that plane went down.
What can I say? These things take time.
Well, I've conducted enough interviews to know that you've just concluded this one.
Well, I have enjoyed it immensely. In a town where the soundbite reigns supreme, your candor's been very refreshing.
Yes, my mouth can get me into trouble.
I can't imagine.
It's mine.
So how does Jamie handle you and Gloria breaking up?
Honestly?
Yeah.
He thinks he's an old man's a lying dog. He can't be trusted.
Well, that's tough. That's tough.
Well, we're working through it. So how's about you, huh? You seen someone special?
You mean somebody particular?
Yeah. Somebody particular.
Well, I went out with Sky a couple times.
What happened?
Let's just say Amanda didn't exactly think she was my cup of tea.
Amanda? You gave your kids date approval?
Total date approval. I let it slip in our last renegotiation of our contract.
Uh-huh. So sayonara Sky, huh?
Well, things weren't exactly clicking anyway.
How'd you take it?
With a lot of class.
Really?
Yeah, on the other hand, some women you just can't seem to do anything right, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of giving Gloria an ultimatum. It's like waving a red flag in front of a bull. Next thing I know, she's married to Dimitri.
She won't do that again.
Okay. For Jamie's sake. That's something I didn't count on, Trev. My age, you fall in love with somebody, your kids are part of the package. If something goes wrong, you break their heart, too.
Chad, what would you do if your kid didn't approve of somebody that you were involved with?
Me?
Yeah.
I call it off.
Jim's got a bug about this woman that came into my life. Amanda thinks she hung the moon. She wants her to be part of the family.
We're not talking about Janet, are we?
What if we are? They'll cancel that. We are talking about Janet. She's part of my life. What, you got a problem with that?
Janet, you cannot bury your feelings for Trevor under a mountain of caramel sauce.
Okay. How about if I repress them with some caramel pecan bars?
No. Come on now, you told me that you had real hopes for the two of you.
Yes. And then I realized that we can't spend 5 minutes together in a room without it breaking into a screaming match. What kind of a relationship is that?
Don't ask me. I earned my degree in law, not men.
So, how's your Aunt Grace doing it? Finding you the perfect man through the personals?
Oh, I submit for your consideration. A single African-American male whose favorite topic of conversation is his recent root canal.
Oh, no, please.
And before that, he enthralled me with an account of his ongoing battle with dry, flaky scalp.
Oh, I think your aunt has a latent mean streak.
No, God bless her. Her intentions are good. It's not easy to find a single straight man who's not hung up on himself or his Porsche or something. You know what? And if that's the kind of man that is clogging the dating pool drain, you can just color me blissfully single.
Who says that you can't be single anyway? I mean, what's wrong with that? Why does everybody have to be part of a couple? I mean, what's so bad about being single?
In a word, dating. I think people get married so they don't have to go on blind dates. You know, come on, you go on these things. You spend the first 3 minutes getting to know each other, checking each other out, and then the next 3 hours waiting so you can rush home, call your girlfriend, and tell her what a miserable time you had.
Well, misery loves company.
Yeah. I'll take one of those.
So how...
Away. That's one headache I don't need right now.
Let me reminisce. Take you down memory lane for my walk on the wild side. Hubby number 1 was a sadistic rapist. Am I lying?
No.
Who drove me deep inside a bottle. Hubby number 2 slept with my mother on my wedding day.
And all I had to do was put up with bleeding gums.
The point is, if I may, the point is, all men are created equal, but no 2 men are alike. So stick it out there until Mr. Right comes along. I mean, that's what I did.
Oh, sure, that's easy for her to say. She's got the last perfect man on the planet.
Right. You find me an exact clone of Mateo, and I will marry him on the spot.
Has he got an older brother? Speaking of which, where is your perfect mate?
Forgive me for prying, but I thought you and Porkchop were beginning to merge, you know, sort of into the same lane in the highway romance scheme of things. At least that's the idea I got from Uncle Trevor.
Did he say something to you about me?
Well, it's not really what he says, but more the way he says it, you know. It's kind of like, Janet and I are just friends. I'm only nice to her because she's my kid's mother.
Some Cyrano.
Yeah, if you ask me, the Porkchop doth protest that was too much.
Maybe I should just take him at his word.
No way. I have seen the sparks fly between the two of you. Now, Trevor has got a real case for you. He just can't admit it. And especially not to himself.
Great. Trevor's stalled in neutral. Now what do I do?
You got an itch only Janet can scratch, huh?
I like you, yeah.
All this from the man that coined the phrase Janet from another planet?
It was a long time ago, Ted.
Well, the legend lives on. All the women on Earth you could fall for, you fall for Janet? It's a hell of a curveball. So, what are you going to do about it?
Primo advice in dealing with Uncle Trevor. Don't rush things. Heavy pressure's just going to turn him off.
Yeah, you just keep showing up for Amanda's sake. And take each day as God intended it, as a gift.
I got an idea. I'll wait for Trevor to make the first move.
Sometimes with Janet, I can't win for losing.
Well, why should you do anything? Why don't you just sit on your hands for a while, you know? Let her make the first move.
What, play wait and see? That's not my style. I'm more the run up the flagpole kind of guy.
Yeah. See who salutes, huh?
Yeah, take the bull by the horns. Straightest distance between 2 points is a direct phone line.
Excuse me. Hello, holidays.
Hey, Tink. It's me.
Uncle Trevor, well, you're up past your bedtime.
Yeah, I'm looking for Janet. I tried the Valley Inn. She's not there.
Janet? I think I saw her around here somewhere. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Janet! Oh, great. I caught you.
Hello?
Hey, it's me. You're truly.
Hi, Trevor.
Listen, I was wondering, you know, if you had any spare time, if maybe, well, you'd like to go out.
Sure. Sure, why not?
All right, I'll look in my book and look for a time, and then I'll give you a call.
Okay. Well, good night, then.
Yeah, back at you.
Well, spill, girl, spill.
What can I say? Trevor just asked me out on our first date.
So? What'd she say?
Yes. She said yes.